Hey everyone, here's the update. I wrote this a couple of days ago, but couldn't post it because it felt too soon. My husband came home around 6 o'clock, and after he ate, I took him to the bedroom to talk. I sat him down on the bed and told him I was worried about him. I wasn't sure how to express my concerns, so I just showed him my original post. When he finished reading, he started crying, like full-on crying. In all the years I've known him, I had never seen a tear roll down his cheek. I held him for a few minutes until he could compose himself, and then he opened up. He shared that he feels the world is in a shitty place right now, especially with us bringing a child into such a stressful time. When I became pregnant, he felt the need to step up and take care of everything. He thought if he doubled down, he could manage it all. But the more he tried, the darker the tunnel got, and he couldn't see an end. He described feeling like he's constantly drowning, with the only breath of fresh air coming during his car rides between home and work. Sometimes the stress is so overwhelming that he throws up but keeps it to himself, pushing through the day. He even pulled out a pack of gum from his pocket and said, "This was for when it happens." I asked him why he couldn't share any of this with me. He said he didn't want to burden me with the truth. He feared that if he opened up, I would stop seeing him as a protector and provider, and eventually stop loving him. Hearing that broke my heart. I had no idea he felt that way. I asked if he wanted to quit his job, but surprisingly, he said the job itself doesn't bother him. It's the added pressure to provide, especially since he was fortunate enough to keep his job during the pandemic, and we have a baby on the way. He admitted that some days he fantasizes about packing a suitcase and running to a tropical island for a week without telling anyone. But then guilt sets in, and he doubles down even more. I suggested he take a trip. He deserves a break, and I thought it might help him feel better. At first he protested, but I insisted. Eventually he agreed, but only if we went together, like a romantic getaway. Once things settle down and before the baby arrives, he wants to take a week off work, drop the kids off at grandma's, and have a vacation just like we used to when we first got married. He also mentioned wanting to take the day off tomorrow to sleep in, so that's the plan. I'll call his boss and say he's sick. It's not like they'll make a sick man come to work during a pandemic. Right now he's playing with the kids, and it doesn't feel like a chore. He actually seems to be enjoying himself. For the first time in months, I don't see the robot. I see my husband. Thank you all for the support. I read all your comments and appreciate every one of you. I didn't expect this to get so much traction, so I want to clarify a few things. First, my husband says hi. 1, about the chores. As a stay-at-home mom, I handle most of them. I cook, clean, and do laundry because it's my responsibility. His chores are limited to doing the dishes, vacuuming every 3 days, and some house maintenance. 2, I did call in sick for him, saying he had a migraine. I checked online, and since it was an isolated symptom, his boss was okay with it, and said he could come back whenever he feels better. 3, the pregnancy wasn't an accident. We both wanted 3 kids, having been raised in families of 3. We actively tried for the first 2, but for the third, it was more of a, if it happens situation. We're happy with our family size and are not considering abortion or adoption. 4, we realized that a 1-week vacation won't solve all his stress, so we're working on a more sustainable solution. We're thinking about setting aside an hour or 2 each day for daddy's time. No kids, no me, no work. Just for him to relax. 5, to those who think this is fake, I can't change your mind, and I'm not too bothered. I just hope this never happens to you. You all have been incredibly supportive. I really believe we can get through this, and it wouldn't have been possible without you. I won't reply to comments because, like last time, it's overwhelming. But know that I'm reading them as they come in. Good night, everyone. It's been great.